Hey G-Spree gang, welcome to the new place. So I've tried to assemble my desk in kind of a, Halloween-esque, since it is the month of Halloween. I got a nice orange XLR cable now, which I'm sure makes a bunch of noise when I move it. And then you can hardly even tell because of the amount of exposure that this camera doesn't have, or I don't know how to adjust camera settings with exposure and stuff, but I'm doing the best I can, alright? But these are candy corn lights behind me. I bought these last year and have no idea what to do with them. So here they are. They're sitting on my desk. And yes, this Xbox controller needs to prop up this picture frame, otherwise it will fall down. But anyways, welcome back to G-Spree. Today we're talking about Windblown. I have been waiting and waiting for this game for months. Since the announcement, since the conception of Windblown on Twitter, as long as it's, public knowledge, I was there. And I have been, not harassing them, but, I've been a moderate supporter of all of their posts and such. And it's been really fun to see the amount of progress that this game has made over the course of the past few months, and mostly just, I'm super excited to see what this game can do. So let's talk about it. So if you don't know, Windblown is by the creators of Dead Cells Motion Twin. I don't know if it's a developer or publisher. I probably should have done more research. Oh, it's actually both, so haha. But anyways, if you know what Dead Cells is, I've played this on the channel. I've done an overview video on Dead Cells. If you don't know what Dead Cells is, this is truly fantastic because we have two amazing games that you need to play. One, Dead Cells. It's already, completed. There's a bunch of DLCs and such for it. Thousands of hours can be sunk into that game. It's a fantastic roguelike, side-scrolling, beat-em-up, platformer type deal. And Windblown takes that and basically puts it on the isometric plane. So you're looking at it kind of on the perspective of League of Legends is your popular one. So it's basically an isometric roguelike Dead Cells. And there's a nice overworld with a bunch of cool creatures and people that, progress the game, have a little bit of story, you help them, they help you kind of deal. And the real fun begins is when you get shot from the cannon into the tornado. Now, if you're a decently long-time watcher of G-Spree and you know all the roguelikes that I've played, I haven't really talked crap about any single roguelike. So you're probably thinking to yourself, oh great, it's just another roguelike that just Mr. G-Spree man is overviewing. And while that is true, I am going to gush over it like I'm going to gush over pretty much every single roguelike I've ever played. I know what I like, so I can kind of judge it at the beginning and say, yeah, this is going to be something I'm going to play, or no, this isn't going to be something that I can get into. And right away, when you say that the folks that made Dead Cells are making a new game, I'm absolutely going to hop on that. And this game is going to be co-op. There's going to be you and 2 other friends. So 3 whole people taking this thing by storm, literally. So currently there's a single player demo, so co-op will be in a feature in early access at least, which we don't know when early access is. Oh no, I do know. Early access is coming October 24th, so you better play the demo, the single player demo now while you can, because co-op is coming and you best believe that I am going to be playing that. Now, what about the game? Like, what is it really like, Well, you get jumped into this tornado, this wind-blown area. I don't really know what it's called. I, again, didn't do my research. I just like talking about the games. You get shot out, you have a little dagger, and obviously you can use your legacy credits or credits outside of the actual run to purchase upgrades for yourself, and you can get a new starter item. You can have up to 2 items just like Dead Cells, and you can pop back and forth between your primary and your secondary. You mash those attacks to, attack, and then you can get a Windblown combo. And the Windblown combo is different for each weapon that you use, and that's going to be the one that you don't immediately have in your in your hands that you're slashing at folks. So say I have the katanas, right, as my primary, and then I have the crossbow as my secondary. Editing G-Spree here, I just wanted to pop in really quick and say I keep saying katanas for some reason. I really mean katars. These things right here, this is what I mean. The katars. This is what I mean. Please, this is what I mean, not the katanas. Okay, bye. If I'm hacking and slashing with my katanas and then I'm ready for my Windblown ability, I press the opposite button so my crossbow comes out, and then, well, bam, I get a big ol' attack. I don't even know if it's called a Windblown attack. Now, the crossbow is a little bit difficult, or a little bit different, at least, to pull out the combo attack. You actually have to time your shots, and then once you time your shots to 3 or 4 times, then you can do the special ability. And then, again, with the katanas, you do a big ol' slash, whatever, and then you have some daggers just kind of doing this in front of you. You don't really have to even press any buttons. I might be talking about the cleaver. I might be talking about the cleaver because the katanas actually have bleed. The bleed is the big thing that the katanas get. But I'm slurring my details a little bit, so I apologize if I'm spreading misinformation on this overview video because this isn't professional at all. I'm some stupid idiot with 364 subs. What do you think to gain from here? But I really do apologize for this video being all over the place. It's obviously not what I really wanted. I kind of just want to talk about Windblown. And that's what, you know, all the gameplay is for, because I'm just kind of sitting up here in this little bubble in this little window, and ooh, look at that. I mean, that's me playing the game, so you can see all the stuff that I'm doing. I mean, you go around and you beat enemies, you smash open vases. Some of the vases have in-game currency, some of them have out-game currency. You can come out to find little walls that are blocked by things. You can either spend the in-game currency, or like the in-run currency, I should say, to unlock the wall and get, you know, an item or an ability, or you can actually use health to do so, which is interesting to say the least. You do get the health flasks similar to Dead Cells, and then you do get a primary utility and a secondary utility, which can range from whatever, but obviously it's not fully fledged out because it's just a single player demo, but the early access will have a lot more items, and the progress that you make in this single player demo will carry over to the others, and you can actually unlock different like unique abilities and weapons and stuff that you can actually use, and they're going to be available when the full game comes out, or the early access version comes out. Yeah, you go around and you hack and slash some enemies, and there's some vases that may or may not have currency that you can pick up, and then I don't really know. I mean, there is an ending. I'm terrible at video games, so I always die before I get there. I got to one boss, and it did like 1,000 damage a hit or 100 damage a hit. I don't really know how I survived for very long, but I didn't seem to really do any damage. I think that might be the end of the actual chapter or the actual demo, so I'm not sure if you're supposed to be able to beat that. I'm probably just too bad to actually be able to beat it. Once you're finished with the run, you get to go back to the overworld, and then you throw up because you're not very used to dying now, are you? And just like Dead Cells, this game has a lot of personality, so you come out and you puke up and you're just like, oh shoot, woe is me, and then you're initially greeted, if you haven't died yet, by a gangle of your allies, and they're just like, oh, he's puking all over the place, oh, I'll get him up, oh, this is disgusting. There's one guy that's a little bit of an asshole, but he gets blown out into the tornado. I haven't found him yet. I don't really know if I'm supposed to be able to find him or what. But yeah, there's a friendly dude who kind of just, you know, gives you some quests and missions to do, and then there's another person that allows you to change your appearance. You can change between 5 or 6 different people to play from right now. I play as the pangolin, and then I swap to the hamster at the very end. If you play the demo, you get the hamster. And then there's another person over yonder with a robot friend who needs assistance. So that was like pretty much the only thing I've done so far is just help the robot. I played for like 30 minutes, and all I've done is help the robot. That's the only thing I can say that I've done productively in this entire demo. I also wanted to talk about the font choice and the art style, and then the shading of everything. The game looks absolutely beautiful. I absolutely adore the art style. It's completely different from Dead Cells in every way possible. And then the numbers, they just look so good. They're just the perfect strokes, the outline on the outside of them, and then you can clearly tell when you're doing a crit and all that stuff. It's so beautiful. It really seems like you're in a whimsical area, kind of honestly reminiscent of Skylands, and that's probably why I like it so much, because the entire area of Windblown is just a bunch of islands and a gigantic tornado. So you get to go across basically sky islands, just like Skylanders, and, you know, go around and saving people, and then you go back to your overworld, and it's very reminiscent. I really enjoy the theme of Windblown and everything that is around it. But anyway, I highly implore you to check out the single player demo for Windblown before early access comes out later this month, and go ahead and give them a follow on Twitter. They post a lot of stuff, so if you don't know anything about this game, if you're interested in this game, if you're hooked, you want more information on this game, they have so much stuff that they have shown, they have teased on their Twitter. It's absolutely fantastic. You can see me in the comments on most of those. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know. I don't plan on making a lot of videos in this similar style because it's not very written, it's not very, you know, structured, so I apologize. But if that's what you guys like, if this wasn't just a total whiplash of garbage and you actually enjoyed it, please let me know. Like, genuinely, please let me know. Anywho, I'll stop stammering over my words and just kind of end this video. So I hope you guys enjoy, and if you're looking for more Windblown content, please let me know. I would absolutely love to make more videos on this in the future, whether or not it's on my main channel, my second channel, which, oh my goodness, I still haven't officially announced, but you know, you get a little bit of a sneak peek since you've stayed this long, so good for you, because I don't think a lot of people stayed at the end for this, but I do think I'm actually going to make a full announcement video, like specific video for that, so you'll see it probably by the end of November. So anyway, have a wonderful rest of your day, have a wonderful rest of your week. We'll see you next Monday at 3 p.m. Central Time with yet another G-Spree upload. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more, feel free to comment if you want to say something, and we'll see you next time.